Hey sweet face, and welcome back to Allison TV. If you are new here, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. So guys, Valentine's Day has come and gone, but if you still want to see how I did this Powerpuff look, I did upload it Monday, so please go check it out. So as the love season comes to an end, we are going to be talking about the friend zone. So the friend zone is when you have a friendship between two people with one whom has unreciprocated romantic or sexual interest in the other. Basically meaning you like your friend, you throwing hints, and you don't really know if they getting it or not. Or if you like somebody and they kind of just have made it very clear that y'all are just friends and you really don't know how to go about it. So if you like somebody, ways that you can tell that they are friend zoning you is if you invite them places and they always invite other friends to keep from being alone with you. They bring up their crush around you. They are always reminding you that you are like a brother or sister to them. You feel like, or they do take you for granted. They aren't really afraid to reveal their disgusting habits around you. They deflect your romantic feelings towards them when you're constantly canceling plans to accommodate them and they're not exactly doing the same for you. There is absolutely no spark in between you two, or every time you feel like you're trying to set yourself up for a spark, they completely put it out. And if they're always trying to play matchmaker and hook you up with somebody. So if somebody you like is always doing this to you, then you, my friend, are in the friend zone. So if you think you are ready to be in a relationship with your friend, there's a number of things that you gotta take perspective of. And I'm not saying anyone's past defines them, but you know how when you're in a relationship and you're having problems with your partner and you look for that outside view, 9 times out of 10, you've always been that outside view to your friend's relationship. So you need to put that in perspective. What type of person is this person when they are in a relationship? What are their standards, and do you measure up to them? Are you the type of person that they even would consider being in a relationship with? Are you their type? Does this person, you know, stick it out through their relationships and aren't hard to communicate with, aren't hard to work with? Or is this person stubborn and just wants to be spoiled in a relationship? Because we all done been there where we see our friends in relationships and sometimes they handle things all the way wrong. So could you handle being in a relationship with your friend? Are there things that you do in a relationship that you know your friend doesn't like in a relationship? Are you willing to change those things for your friend? Or are there things that you're willing to work on to be in a relationship with your friend? Or would that be a serious problem? And if you feel like you haven't really got to see your friend as far as relationship mode, then it's always fine to just ride the friendship wave until you feel like y'all have built y'all's friendship strong enough to deal with the relationship and bounce back if it doesn't work out. The stronger your friendship is, the better the relationship is. But you do need to take that time to figure out what it is your friend wants, because you may just have to come to the realization that you are not it and that you need to look for love elsewhere. Now, while you figuring out what it is your friend wants and if you're measuring up to their standards, do not play yourself. Make sure that your friend also measures up to your standards. You know, don't lower yourself to try to be with this person. Don't try to be like this person's ex or this person's boyfriend, or don't try to be anybody else to get this person's attention. Be yourself and be who you're gonna be, even if you were to get into a relationship with this person. You know, if this person's steady trying to push you into the friend zone, then don't do things for them that you don't do for other friends. Then don't make it obvious that you like them. Don't let them play you. When you go out of your way to do things for a friend or because you like them, to a certain extent, you start feeling like that person owed you something just because they took advantage of the things you were doing for them, when in reality, they were just being your friend. So stop going above and beyond for someone who's just your friend when they're treating you like you're just their friend, because in the end, it's gonna hurt your feelings when it's not reciprocated. And this can also go along with not putting all your eggs in one basket. When you find yourself cutting off all of your different little friends and stuff like that for this person, you're going to feel like this person owes you, because you're giving this person all your time, all your attention, all your affection, all this different stuff, when in the end, they are just being your friend and they don't owe you anything but that friendship. So understand, it is okay to chase, but you must always be the catch, no matter what or who it is. So one of the main things that you need to ask yourself when you're trying to pursue a friend is this person even a good friend to you? Is this person even a good person, or are you just infatuated with this person? Do you let this person slide with a lot in your friendship just because you like this person and you want them to like you back? Don't let your friend play you just because you misjudged the friendship. Take time to try to figure out, do they treat you differently from how they treat their other friends? Compare the way you treat your friend to the way they treat you, because if they ain't never got that time, they ain't never available for you, they not reciprocating nothing, then I mean, you have to match their energy. I won't say we've all been in this situation, but we all know someone who's been in a situation where they really like their friend and they're going out of their way to do things for their friend because they like them and they want them to like them back, but their friend just kind of uses them for the nice things that they're doing. But as soon as they stop doing those things, the friend is upset. Don't let your friend do you how Bella did Jacob and just have you around and expect you to always be a certain way when they have no intentions of being that way towards you. Because in the end, when you get hurt, you can't blame nobody but yourself, because you kept pursuing a situation or kept giving that person what they wanted when they never gave you what you wanted. So now that we've talked a little bit about what to look for before even pursuing to get out of the friend zone, let's talk about if you're just in the friend zone and you're ready to get out. Because honestly, there's only one of two ways to handle being in the friend zone, and that's carefully and evaluating if it's even worth pursuing and trying to make it very clear that you will not friend zone me. So one of the things you can do to make your move on getting out of the friend zone is touching them more. Touching is a sign that someone likes you. When someone touches you a lot, if you know they're finding any excuse to touch you, or you know, touch your shoulder or touch your hand and stuff like that. Touch is a love language for a reason. So you have to start by comfortably making this person uncomfortable. You know, hug them more, stand closer to them, lots of eye contact. You know, see how much this person lets you get away with. See if they are comfortable in the uncomfortable situations, because this can sometimes lead to other things. Now, I am not saying like, if this person obviously doesn't like you and if they say no, if they tell you to back up, if they ask for their space, do not be aggy. Don't be a bugaboo. Don't be constantly trying to touch them and stuff like that if they are clearly making it clear that they do not want you touching them. But if they're not really addressing it that way and they're touching you back and they like the attention, then that is a sign that this person might like you back and that you can take it a step further. So once this person lets you get away with too much and they're feeding into it too much, it's time to make it known. Like, if y'all have gotten to the point to where y'all might as well be fooling around, or you have fooled around, then you kind of need to make it known before it gets to that point what your intentions are and how you feel, because you don't want it to be one of those situations where your friend just thinks it's a sex buddy, friends with benefits situation if you have real feelings for this person and you want a relationship. Because it is very easy to fall into that situationship when you are fooling around with your friend. And I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of us who would take advantage of just having that person that we can vent to and lay with and not have to worry about any feelings attached, because we feel like this is my friend, they understand me, I understand them, there's a equal understanding here, and your real feelings are only being more disregarded. So before you get to the point of being too physical, just make it be known. If they're sitting here and they're feeding off of your energy and they're touching you and they're, you know, you're inviting them places alone, and you know they're coming alone, they're not inviting anybody else. If they're feeding into it, then you need to make it known, because at this point, I mean, what more is there left to do? At this point, your friend basically knows what's up, so it's not really surprising on either end, and they just need to make it clear what they want from the situation when you make it clear what it is you want. Understand that there is no way to avoid this. At some point you are going to have to come out and say how you feel, but it makes it easier if that person is feeding into the energy that you're giving them. Don't just jump into bed with this person and then expect we're together. Don't just jump into bed with this person and expect them to owe you something. You, at the end of the day, are going to have to make it clear how you feel. So if you are going to take the time to pursue your friend, then you need to understand the risk that comes with it. You could potentially lose this friendship, and you have to understand that. So if you ain't really serious, if this is just a you want to hook up with your friend, you want to, you know, hook up with them just one time and that's it, then be honest with them, because at the end of the day, y'all are friends. Be honest with them and tell them that. But understand, even then, you risk losing this friendship, because some people just don't play about that when it comes to, you know, friendships. But if your friend is super cool and she or he has been feeding into your energy and stuff like that, then there's a chance that you might not necessarily lose that friendship because they fed into it. But at the end of the day, if you aren't serious, if you aren't trying to, on a certain mindset, love this person for the rest of your life, or trying to be serious with this person, I'm not saying marry this person, but if you're not trying to be serious with this person and really, like, if your friendship ain't worth it, then don't bother them. Understand that even if you don't lose this friendship, that y'all's friendship may never be the same, which is understandable, because this person may view you differently. This person may feel away. This person may feel like they can't be the same way with you, or they try to avoid certain situations because they are trying to be considerate of your feelings. They don't want to put you in an uncomfortable situation. They don't want to make you feel some type of way, so they start handling you differently because in their mind you have a crush on them and they don't want to feed into that. Or they may feel guilty because they have fed into it, and so they just want to handle you differently to show you, you know, we're just friends. And it'll be little things like they might not come to you with their relationship problems because they'll feel like, you know, your advice might not be credible. They might fear that you might not give them, you know, unbiased advice because they feel like you're coming from a standpoint where you like them. And so they fear that you might just try to discourage them from any, like, they could be in a bad relationship, but they don't trust your judgment. They will feel like you just don't want me to be in this relationship because you want to be with me. They'll do stuff like already assume that you won't like their boyfriend or girlfriend or somebody they talk to, so that will pretty much cut out the relationship talk in y'all's friendship. And it might just go to you only hang out in a group of friends, you only talk in a group of friends. So understand that that is a risk that you take when pursuing your friend. So in pursuing them, understand that they have a right to decline any type of sexual or romantic relationship with you, and that you cannot use that against them in the friendship. Anything that you've done for them, anything that you've said to them as far as trying to get things off of your chest romantically or sexually, or even if you've done stuff sexually, you cannot use that against them in the friendship. You can't keep bringing it up. You can't keep trying to throw it in their face. They do not owe you anything but loyalty and friendship. Don't make future relationships for them hard. You know, if you feel like you got off your chest that you like this person and they don't like you back, they don't want nothing with you, and you cannot handle it, you need to step away. But don't sit around and make this person's life miserable, or try to give them advice that ruins every relationship that they have, or treating their boyfriend or girlfriend a certain way just because you are bitter. And understand that they have the right to no longer be your friend after this. Like, if you're making their relationship hard, or they feel like you've given unbiased advice, or even if they just decide to stop being your friend because they feel weird that you approach them this way with your feelings, understand that they have that right. Because for some people it is hard to go back to normal, or it is hard to see you a certain way once you kind of cross that line. Because once you cross that line, there is no going back. Now, most people are cool after, you know, you get things off of your chest. They're able to be like, okay, well, I don't like you this way, we can just be friends, whatever. But some people cannot do that. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody wants to have friends that they feel like, I can't go to this friend for advice because they like me. I can't talk to this person about my girlfriend or boyfriend because they like me. I can't have my boyfriend or girlfriend around this person because they like me. Or some people can honestly, you know, fall for you and have romantic feelings for you too, but they value your friendship more than a relationship, and they love the relationship that they have with you now, and that's what they want to keep in their mind. So ending the friendship and just keeping all of those good memories is how some people deal with the situation, and they have every right to that. So understand that you risk losing your friend if this goes terribly wrong. So the last thing that I want to end this video on is, it's never too late. Now, I'm not saying wait till this person is married with kids to try to be with this person, no. But what I'm saying is, if this person, you know, is single, or they're not really dating, or they're not really looking, and you want to take your time and really build your friendship, then it's never too late to eventually try to pursue those feelings when you feel like your relationship is strong enough to handle it. If you feel like you want to wait until you guys have a solid friendship to where you've put in the time and y'all have built this friendship together and nothing can come between it, then you can take the time to do that and then pursue it, no matter how long it takes. Now, I'm not saying wait until y'all, listen, I'm not saying wait 30 years. Ain't nobody waiting 30 years. But it is okay to take your time. I'd say about a year of friendship, a year or two, a year and a half, maybe a year and a half. Don't make them wait too long, because if they get in a relationship, like, don't wait till that person get into a relationship to try to tell you how they feel. Do not do it. You just gonna have to sit back and wait it out. Because if you call yourself trying to pursue them while they in a relationship, all that's gonna do is they're gonna have to cut you off because you're being disrespectful to their relationship. Or they might have feelings for you too, but they're being respectful to their relationship, and they're not gonna be able to just be your friend or hang out with you or do the things that y'all do and still be respectful. So just take your time and be careful. Be very, very careful when it comes to pursuing your friend, especially if you value y'all's friendship. I'm not telling you not to pursue it, and I'm not telling you to pursue it, but you have to use your better judgment when it comes to trying to date your friends, because once that line is crossed, ain't no going back. So those are all of the tips that I have. Again, if you would like to see how I did this Powerpuff look, don't forget to go check it out. I uploaded it Monday. And also scroll down below in the comment section and tell your stories about how it went. if you've ever been friend zoned, if you've ever gotten out the friend zone. Like, let us know the tea. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. It really helps out my channel when you like my videos to help get through the algorithm. And I will see you guys in the next video.